Hey everybody, it's yours truly, Musiclues here, and welcome to, if in case you didn't see the Musiclues direct follow-up, this is one of our two new podcasts. Hopefully I'll have the second one up and running soon. And this is Tech Talk and accessibility with, well, I'll have him introduce himself. Go ahead, my good friend.
Well, hi there, everyone. My name is Daniel Summerall from the YouTube channel Daniel Summerall Productions. And a special hello, by the way, to my Daniel Summerall Productions YouTube audience because this will be on my channel as well. So, MC, do you want to say hi to my audience as well, please?
Sure thing. Hello, Daniel's audience. but yeah. So this is gonna be our new series where we talk about all things tech. This is separate from our WWDC videos, by the way. We'll still be doing those.
Right?
Doing
Yes. Yep.
those completely separate from this, but this is like just us talking about tech. So how the structure of the podcast is we'll talk about the latest pieces of tech that we've been using lately and what we've been doing on it. We will also talk about what any tech news that we've been hearing about, and then from there we'll just see where the tech path takes us.
Sounds good.
All right, so yeah, first things first, it's time to talk about any new pieces of tech that we've been using. So, you go first, Dan. Have you gotten any new pieces of tech lately?
I'll let you do the honor of going first, actually, MC.
Oh, okay, thank you. Well, let me.
After all, you're the host.
Thank you. Well, honestly, I actually haven't gotten any real new pieces of tech. Although I will say, just recently I did upgrade my well, pretty much all over. So first things first, I did get a brand new Apple TV. My one before that was still pretty good Apple TV, but some of my Apple Arcade games ran pretty sluggish on it. Puyo Puzzle Pop, for anybody who's watching on my channel, you guys would know it was so bad I had to shift to using my Mac and then my iPad just to record the rest of it.
Oh, my.
Yeah. But now I have a brand new Apple TV. It runs faster than ever. All the games run just fine. And
Yay!
and I'm very excited to use it more. It's been pretty smooth so far. I'm not gonna lie. I did upgrade to
Cool.
the 128 gigabyte version of the Apple TV, so I could have access to a lot more games than just having the 64 gigabyte. So really nice,
Yeah.
really nice to finally be able to cover more with more space. Other than that, I've just been. Oh, here's a little fun fact I learned actually the other day. I'm usually the Apple expert amongst everybody over here at the Media Maniacs channel. Like literally, I help Ethan N and Jay out with anything Apple related that isn't super easy to understand. But funnily enough, I actually learned something new about using my Apple Watch to find my phone. So Ethan N introduced me. If you obviously have screenshots on screen, but if you press your side button and then move over to the second button right next to the Wi-Fi, if you have it set up that way that is, then it will auto detect it will send a notification to your phone instead of having to use Find My. So that's a pretty convenient thing. Ethan told me he uses it a lot to find his phone wherever he places it, and I did not really think too much of it until he told me that. So even the Apple expert can learn something new. So yeah, I kind of learned something
There
new.
you go. There you go.
It
I
doesn't.
like it.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often over here. So, talk about being schooled. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, oh, and I've also been using my Apple HomePod Mini. I wish I could get the actual HomePod, but oh well. And I've been using that with my Apple TV and monitor as well. And I gotta say, the quality of it, oh my gosh, it is really good. Good. Seriously, man, it's super. It's kind of one of my favorite pieces of tech that I've used it for. Obviously, I haven't used it with any actual music yet. Mainly just with the Apple TV, just so I could hear my YouTube videos when I'm focusing and stuff. But yeah, it's still pretty good. Hopefully, at one point though, I will be able to use it for music for something. Just haven't decided what yet.
Right. Yes.
Other than and one other new piece of tech I recently got. So everybody knows the AirPods, right? Well,
Yep.
there's the AirPods, which are the regular old AirPods. AirPods Pro,
Boring.
which are the upgraded version and made for any pro user. Seriously, there's a lot of pros. You're gonna notice that with Apple if you're new to them. Uh, like I said, it surprised me it took this long for iPhone Air to exist. So yeah. Anyways, back on topic. So yeah, I actually got the highest tier at the moment, at least. The AirPod Max. Unfortunately, my luck would have it I didn't double check if it was the USB-C version. So when I tried to plug a USB-C into it, I tried every single USB until I thought, wait, don't tell me I gotta. And turns out I plugged in the lightning cable, worked just fine.
Ah, man.
So yeah, I picked up unfortunately, the Lightning version of AirPod, the AirPod Max. So I still had to keep a Lightning cable around. Kind of ironic considering almost everything else Apple takes USB-C at this point.
Yeah.
But hopefully at one point or the other, I will be able to upgrade my AirPod Maxes to, you know,
USB-C.
actual USB-C ones. But in the meantime, my experience with them, it's actually been pretty good. For those who don't know, the AirPod Maxes have two different modes: pass-through and noise isolation. Pass-through obviously is like anything you would wear with a headphones, but the noise cancellation really comes in handy when you're trying to call somebody. Basically, it blocks out all sound, and you can barely hear your own voice. And then it allows you to listen to your music in full surroundings, or finally be able to talk over that insane crowd out at work without everybody yapping at you.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good description.
Yes, but yeah, it's been a good experience so far. So I'm very happy with them right now. But yeah, as soon as I can, I will be trading them in for the USB-C version, so everything can just take a USB-C cable, and I don't have to keep jacking around a Lightning cable. A little annoying.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it in terms of my new tech. So, what about you, Dan? Any new tech that you've been getting recently?
Well, I haven't gotten anything new, but I guess for those of your viewers who don't know, and who haven't seen his interviews in the past with me, I am a user of a Braille Note Touch, which is the most of you know that I've used a Braille Note Apex before. For those of you that don't, it is made by Humanware, which is a company that makes products for people who are blind or have low vision. The Braille Note Touch is the newest model. In fact, it's the Braille Note Touch Plus is what the full name. But I just refer to it as the Touch because it's easier. Um, anyhow, so one of the main differences, one of the core differences from the get-go between the Apex and the Touch Plus is, unlike the Apex running an older version of Windows, yes, it ran a mobile version of Microsoft Windows. And for browsing the web, yeah, you were stuck with Internet Explorer version 6. Does that tell you anything?
Yikes! Oh boy, there's a throwback for you.
Right. Unlike that, the Touch Plus, you are running Android. Get this.
Huh? That was an unexpected answer. I was expecting
Using or browsing the web, Google Chrome.
Oh, yeah, Google Chrome, which, strangely enough, for the first time ever, speaking of which, actually runs pretty smooth on my new MacBook Air. Surprisingly. Huh.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. Anybody who's used Chrome in the past on Mac, you know that it's a resource eater. So I'm kind of surprised it's running actually pretty smoothly on the Macintosh, despite
I use it on my Mac.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, but that's interesting. Wasn't expecting you to say it's running Android.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Cool. Oh, honestly, I was expecting you to say what?
You want to know something even funnier?
What?
It's running Android, but yet you can still run Apple Music.
Huh?
I know.
Right. I keep forgetting about the Apple Music having separate apps. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in the Apple ecosystem that I tend to forget that they did make separate apps for Android and other devices. Guess that goes to show.
Apple Music.
Yeah, so, I mean, not that I don't think Apple Music already has a couple accessibility issues.
It's actually pretty solid.
Oh, really? Huh. I'm kind of surprised. Considering all the other issues that Apple's had in the past with our apps.
Apple.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking, but thankful to hear. Here. Yeah, so sounds like that touch is definitely a huge upgrade for the Apex.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything that the that the Apex did better that the touch can't do?
Ooh, now that's a hard question. Because there's stuff that the touch can do that the Apex never could.
Oh, really?
In fact, if you don't mind, I don't know if that's what this podcast is for, but would you be willing to hear a demonstration?
Of course, Dan. We're talking tech here. Here, feel free to do demonstrations or whatever, ever. That's what the podcast is all about: talking about tech and showcasing it.
So, let me. We don't need to last the eardrums out there. There we go. Can you hear my speech?
Yep, I can.
Can you hear speech talking?
Yep, I can. Yes, I can.
Cool. All right. So you asked, is there anything that Apex could do that the touch cannot?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're asking?
Yep, that is correct.
Not really.
Damn.
The only thing they don't have from the Apex would be the games, but I'm not surprised because those games were older than dirt. So, and they didn't really work the best.
I can imagine.
So, I'm kind of glad.
Hey, that's fair.
But, now, if we're talking, is there something the Apex could not do that the Touch can? Well, this is the first note taker I've ever seen to have a built-in camera.
Did you just say built-in camera?
Yes, I did.
Dang. Man, I wish I was in
With
What?
With both photo and the ability to take videos.
Okay, full on camera there. That's actually fairly impressive.
And guys, if you want to hear some samples of that, I have shot several videos on my Touch on my YouTube. So go check it out.
Don't worry, Dan. I'll leave a link in the description below and a card up in the corner so you guys can check out some of those videos. I'm quite intrigued myself to see that too. So definitely interesting.
I was shooting a channel update and I actually shot it on 3 different cameras. I shot. Say what?
No.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No. You continue.
I shot the intro on the Braille Note Touch. I shot a section on my phone until my phone ran out of space. And then I shot the remainder on my iPad.
Okay, gotta admit, that's pretty impressive, man.
Of course, you wouldn't know that there were 3 separate cameras because when you edit it into one video, it's all one thing.
Yeah, so, gotta say that's pretty damn resourceful.
So yeah, this is the first note taker I've ever seen to have a built-in camera.
Dang.
And I'm kind of although you're running the Android operating system, so naturally Android has a camera built into it.
Right.
But still, I mean, wow, I'm impressed.
Huh. Okay then, Excuse
me, I apologize.
That's okay. I gotta say, for something like that, yeah, I'm kind of surprised and impressed. Technology is amazing sometimes, don't you know it? Well, when it doesn't want to make me tear my hair out, that is. Trust me.
We gotta use the old saying, MC. Say it with me.
Yep.
Technology is wonderful
when
it works.
Yeah, man, we haven't said that in a while. Well, brings me back to our old days, huh, Dan?
And see, you just read my mind, my friend.
Yeah, well, definitely, very impressive then, Humanware. Good job. I'm fairly impressed.
I know. I'm kind of surprised.
Me too. Ooh. The next thing you're going to tell me is that thing can has no issues navigating, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah, it has its quirks, but it does the job. So.
Indeed, interesting. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing so much about your what's it called again?
Braille Note Touch.
Right, Braille Note Touch. duh.
Well, since I shared, should I go into a little bit of a demonstration?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Well, what should I show off? What do we
Um,
think we should let them hear?
hmm. I'm gonna leave it up to your capable hands, Dan, and you're the Blue Note user. Surprise me.
Uh, well, I want to show off Apple Music, but
Right. Yeah, copyright issues. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to get a copyright strike on the channel. Not that that's
although that's what editing's for, though, isn't it? Wouldn't you be able to edit that?
True. Ooh. Of course, we could also play some copyright-free music or video game music. That always works. But yeah. Well, why'd you?
Well, tell you what. Why don't I pull up a video game song? We can do that.
Sounds good to me. Hey, that way it's a lot less worrisome for me. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, give me 1 second. I turn now. You won't hear the Braille Note talking for a minute because I am strictly a Braille user when it comes to this. But I'll turn on the speech when I go to play the song.
All right, sounds good. Well, why you're getting?
Let's hope.
Oh, sorry.
Let us just hope that they have the song I want to play.
Oh, that's totally fine. And well, why you're talking about why we're waiting on that? And speaking of Apple Music, I should actually talk about some of the new features that are available in the now released latest update for iOS and iPadOS, as well as macOS, 26X or.
Well, before you do that, I have the song.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead then, man. Play it.
There we go. I was gonna say, if my brother decides to behave itself. Okay, most of you Sonic fans will know this one.
Ah. Oh! Reach for the stars! Well, really enough, I was playing Sonic Colors earlier, so.
Take off at the speed. Sorry, can we just one? I'm running wild, living fast to breathe.
Got no regrets inside of me.
No looking back, not giving up, not letting go. I'll keep on running. I'm gonna reach for the stars. Although they look pretty far, I'm gonna find my own way and take the chance across the bay. The sky is not so bright, the colors feel so right. Never like this, I'll keep on running. Sky is not so bright, the colors feel so right. Scratching my head, we're gonna reach for the stars tonight. Wake up, living day by day. Do what I want, and I'll do it right. Don't worry, it's fine, I'll be on my feet. Got no regrets inside of me. Not looking back, not giving up, not letting go. I'll keep on running.
I'm gonna reach for the stars.
Although they look pretty far,
I'm gonna find my own way and
take a chance on today. Sky is not so bright, The colors feel so right. I never felt like this. I keep on running. The sky is not so bright. The colors feel so right. Just in my hand, we're gonna reach for the stars tonight. Tonight. Do 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 in my side, the colors feel so right. Got my feet off the ground, I'll keep on running. Oh, I can feel it now. The colors all around. Just take my hand, we're gonna reach for the stars. Take the chance to the right, oh yeah. Reach for the stars. Watching. Take a chance tonight. Reach for the stars tonight.
One of my favorites.
Mine too.
Uh, well, Dan, thank you so much for playing that for us, and for consideration of making sure it's copyright free. I won't get struck for that. But yeah,
now,
so that's pretty.
Now, before you say your next line, how about the speaker on this thing?
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
Dang, that is a pretty good speaker, Dan. I could definitely hear from here.
Anyway, should I show one more app?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Sorry. Does this have to be a limited time or?
No. Take as long as you want. As I said, this podcast is all about showing tech.
No, I'm saying is the podcast a limited time?
Oh no! We're gonna be doing this as much as we can.
Cool. That's awesome. Dude. Let's see. Well, why don't you think of an app MC and I can tell you if this thing can run it? How about that?
Sounds good to me. Let me see. Is a calculator on there?
Yes, there is a calculator.
I figured. Let me see. Is the Google Play Store on there?
Yes, you have access to the Play Store right on the device, which means you can install third-party apps.
Okay, even more impressive. All right. Here's the big kicker. Can you access YouTube? Can you access YouTube on that thing?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Okay, I am thoroughly impressed then.
And you have your normal Google Suite. You have Drive, Docs, Sheets, Slides.
Dang. Okay.
Excuse me again.
Hey, it's cool, man. It's
cool. Okay, please cut the burps before you upload this.
Well, don't worry. They'll be cut. I promise.
Because I'm kind of embarrassed.
Nah, it happens, Dan. It happens. But yeah.
So wait. So wait. Reach for the Stars is copyright free?
Well, I'm not too worried about getting a copyright claim since Sega's actually pretty chill with most stuff. I'd just be more worried if it was something like a certain pop star that I sung for the talent show a couple times. You know which one I'm referring to, Dan.
Michael Jackson.
You got it. Now there's the stuff I gotta dodge.
But with Sega, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, with Sega Music, I'm not too worried about it.
Well, that was definitely Sega. So.
Speaking of which, why this isn't Tech Talk, Dan. Dan, I did want to also mention, mention real quick. Speaking of Sega and my favorite Blue Hedgehog, Sonic's actually been doing pretty good. Good. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the channels for these videos lately, but we've had quite a few new things happen with the Blue Blur. So before we move on. Before we move on with tech, I wanted to catch you up since the last time I talked to you about anything related to Sonic was way back in high school.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so first of all, Sonic's had not one, not two, but 3 big movies. Sorry about that, guys. Had to cut the podcast for a quick bathroom break. Anyways, we're back. So before we continue on with our tech talk and talk about some other stuff, I wanted to give you a Sonic rundown. Get it? Rundown? Because he runs. On what's been happening since, in case you didn't hear the part earlier, I haven't talked about Sonic since high school, and quite a bit has happened since then.
Yes. Let's hear it.
Okay, so first of all, Sonic has grown into quite the franchise. He's had not one, not two, but 3 very successful movies, with a 4th one on the way soon.
Wow.
Next year will also
be...
huh?
Yeah. Sheesh.
I know. And next year will be Sonic's 35th anniversary.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding. 35 years next year.
It was.
Time flies, man. Time flies.
Wow. That's crazy.
Well, this year's actually Sega's 60th anniversary, so it's only natural the Bluebird, the mascot, would follow.
Oh, yes. Very true.
And
happy Sega-versary.
In addition, game-wise, we've had quite a few games come out, but I'll just talk about the main ones. We've had Sonic Frontiers, which was a big success. There's a lot of ambience music, I would really call it, and then we also have some pretty heavy metal stuff, like Crash 40 stuff, so Frontiers was a very big success. We also had Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, which re-released one of Sega's previous games, Sonic Generations, alongside an expansion that features one of Sega's other characters, Shadow the Hedgehog. It was pretty successful. We had the year Shadow last year, so leading up to the new Sonic movie, we had a whole bunch of stuff related to, well, Shadow. Pretty fun. And then last but not least, one second. Last but not least, we also just recently had Sonic Crossworlds, which is the latest Sonic game that released, and it is a Sonic racing title.
Oh wow!
Yeah. At the end of today's podcast, I'll actually be playing the main theme for that. So, yeah. I hope you guys are excited to hear that. But we'll get to that at the end of the podcast. So that's just a brief rundown on what the Blue Blur's been up to lately, Dan. In case you were wondering.
Well, do we have time? You talking about it? Do we have time for one more Blue Blur? I can't talk. Blue Blur favorite?
I think we have time for one more.
Give me 1 second. Right, this one may be harder to find, but let's see if I can find it here. Wow, okay. That's so lucky find. I think I found it.
Oh, nice.
Couldn't resist. Good, baby. Don't fall behind. Take over the end. Definition heaven says off and line. Now choose me. Who's going to take that's all? Extend the ball.
It's not that far. What do you make? Time zone.
What do you say? Push it, boom, boom, talking. Help the jet, it's on it, boom. It's on it, boom, like you, it's on it, boom. Take on, Jack, come on, dude. You gotta fly, I don't know what you do there, boy. Just on it, boy, just on it, boy, yeah. Shall we finish it together?
Sure. Tutu Sonic World, deep in space and time. Tutu Sonic World, forever in your mind. Nothing can survive the way you stay alive. Cause if you try, you can do anything. Tutu Sonic World, always takes a chance. Tutu Sonic World, never says he can't. Nothing can survive the way you stay alive. Cause if you try, you can do anything. You know, it's funny you played that song, Dan, because believe it or not, for the last couple Sonic Racing games, a remix of that very same song, although without the lyrics, has actually made into every game, including Sonic Crossroads. So, kind of funny you play that.
Oh, that is funny.
But anyways, getting back to our tech talk now.
Sorry, I had to do that.
No, that's fair. But yeah, before we go over, like I was saying earlier, let me talk about some of the, since we have it on the brain now, let's talk about a couple of the new things that are new in Apple Music. So, for my people who love DJ mixing or mixers or mashup maker and dual mixer like yours truly over here, they added a new thing called Audio Mix. Auto Mix, which basically mixes it like a DJ. It's still a bit of work in progress. I've used it a couple times before. Really not perfect yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Nice.
Another thing is that for my, you know, that one catchy song that's in a different language, but you can't speak it at all? Whoa, good news! They added pronunciation and, for certain songs, translation, so you actually know what the lyrics are saying.
Oh, wow.
I know, so now you can understand lyrics in a different language for certain songs, which honestly is a lot more convenient. And then, specifically, unfortunately, for Apple Music subscribers only, you can now pin certain albums, playlists, and songs directly to your library menu when you pull up the library tab on your, whatever device you're using for Apple Music. Which honestly is very convenient for me because I don't like going to the playlist app and then scrolling down to find my playlist that I usually listen to. So, thank you, Apple, for finally adding that. Jeez, took them long enough. But yeah, that's just some of the stuff. Obviously, it also has been updated to have the new liquid glass look. So yeah. But yeah, that's some of the new that's some of the new features in Apple Music. Now moving on. Speaking of tech news, Dan, hear any tech news lately?
Nothing too exciting that I know of.
I see. Well, I do have.
Then again, I usually refer to accessibility for most of it anyway. So
very fair, Dan.
Yeah.
Let me see. In terms of things over on my end, I haven't heard too much like really big related tech news on my end. Although I did hear, that why not directly related to tech, PlayStation now also has an accessibility controller for those who are disabled and have a hard time of listening. They obviously had a screening up beforehand, so that wasn't the biggest issue in the world if you were hard of hearing or couldn't see at all, pretty much. uh,
AKA yours truly over here.
yeah. But it's cool for them to finally get into the accessibility. Now, if only a certain company with a lead Puma mascot would finally follow suit on that, that'd be nice.
AKA Sega.
Wrong company. I was referring to Nintendo. Yeah.
Yes.
They're the only ones that haven't done really too much about accessibility, although they have done a couple donations to children's hospitals, so still pretty nice. But yeah.
But still, come on.
Yeah, they're the only ones out too.
Nintendo, get with it.
Yeah. Well,
same with you, Sega, because I haven't seen any accessible Sega either.
Well, they've actually added quite a few accessibilities in some of their games. Not too much in Sonic, though, because unfortunately, it might be a little too fast for even the blind.
Well, still, I mean, come on.
Yay, hey, I still do agree that there should be accessibility for those who want to be able to try, at least try anyways.
Shit.
Let me see. Let me take a look at my well, as I call it, my techie news section, and see if there's any tech news that we can talk about here. Because I usually try to keep up on that. Oh, Mac Life.
Yeah.
Mac Life. I usually keep up on them, so let me take a look and see if they have anything new that we can talk about. Oh, they did your iPhone, iPad, and MacBook questions answered.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, let me take a look and see. Here's a question. What? One of the questions that a viewer asked. Fix slow Wi-Fi. Why does my iPhone have much slower internet transfer speeds compared to other devices I have on the same router? And how can I improve that? If your iPhone is as slow when its router systems are the same as other devices, it might be a hardware problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. This is
and that can cost who knows how much to fix.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But here's some things you can do to fix it. First, check to make sure your iPhone is running the most recent version of iOS that it's able to. If you're running one of the older devices, then obviously the one that was last supported. But if you're running any of the newer devices, then if you're a beta tester, make sure you're uploaded to the latest beta. Or if you're on the stable build, make sure you're uploaded to the latest stable version of iOS 26. And then make sure that, yeah, especially if you're a blind user.
Yeah.
Anyways, also make sure that any VPN that you own, I know some of you do use those, so if you have a VPN, make sure that anything is turned off. If your phone is in anything like a case, a protective box, or a wallet, how could you fit a phone into a wallet? It's usually the opposite way around when I usually see it. But yeah. Make sure it's not any of that, because that might be restricting the connection. And trust me, it's a little annoying when it does that. I haven't experienced too many issues on my end, but it can be annoying sometimes.
I've never seen that.
Next, make sure it's connecting to the same router settings as any other iPhone you have on the connection. So,
That's obvious.
yeah. Uh, uh, Now, here's a Mac hardware question. Printer no longer supported. Ported. Unfortunately,
Excuse me.
Canon has told me that macOS Tahoe doesn't support my Pixel, my TS8050 printer. How can I continue to use it? Unfortunately.
You're kind of out of luck.
Yeah, unfortunately, AirPrint, which is basically Apple's way of doing printer stuff, is if it doesn't have AirPrint support, you're kinda out of luck. The only way you can really support it is through a custom printer driver through Canon, and the most recent version of that software that supports it, as for Canon, is macOS 11 Big Sur, and that was a couple.
Jeez, that old?
Yeah, and that was quite a few updates ago. So if you're currently using one of those, I don't like saying this, and I really, really don't like saying this with the current things that are going on, but yeah, might be due a new printer, unfortunately. There is one saving grace, though. There is a free script, I'll link it below, that you can take a look at, AirPrint Bridge, which will simply test and install whether it will work, at least on Squaw. Otherwise, you are better off getting a brand new model. Oof. That sucks.
Ouch.
But yeah,
Yeah.
for any of my users of old printers out there, be sure to keep an eye on your printer to make sure it supports Toho, because I'm pretty sure as of this update, I'm pretty sure Canon isn't the only one that's been dropping printer support for certain printers. So I would definitely recommend checking your printer's manufacturer's site to be sure that it currently supports it. And then the last one I'll talk about is replace an old power adapter. Oh God.
Oh God.
I take pretty good care of my power adapters. How can I replace a damaged power adapter for my MacBook Pro 13-inch from 2012?
Whoa, wait. Yo, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
You can't.
yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to either get a new adapter directly from our dun 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 third party, or take it to the Apple Store. Which thankfully for most old Macintoshes, most of the Macintoshes do support the newer adapters, so you will be still good in that regard. But if yours takes one of the very specific ones, it takes a very specific adapter, you might be out of luck there.
Good.
um.
I'm on with Alex while we're recording something. You what? I'm on with Alex and we're recording something for his channel.
Hey there. I'll cut that out. No worries.
Okay.
All right. And actually, I'll do one more here. Quick fire. Here's some quick fire questions. How do I call a friend using Siri?
I have a horror story to answer this one.
Oh, okay. Interested in the horror story? Tell us, Dan.
Oh my word. Okay. So I was trying to use Siri to FaceTime audio my girlfriend Haley. Shout out to Haley because I know she's gonna watch this. especially if it goes on my channel. I'm not going to say their last name because I don't want to.
Obviously.
But, yes. Anyway, I told Siri to FaceTime her. What does she do? She calls 911.
Oh, dear Lord.
Even
Not
though
a-
I said, get this though, MC, even though I said nothing about doing that. Nowhere in what I said did I say call emergency services. Nowhere.
Oh, dear Lord. That. Yeah, that sounds.
So I kind of quick fire hung up, which lesson learned, you guys. If your phone does that, don't hang up on them.
Yeah.
They called me back, and I was able to tell them everything was okay. But
yeah, lesson learned. Lord, always make sure that and this is highly recommend. Maybe just have the first name of a specific somebody, and if the last name is hard to pronounce,
well, I have multiple Haleys.
Oh.
So.
Oh God.
And she's heard me before when I've asked Siri to FaceTime her. That's why I don't understand.
I guess you could say that was a bug. A pretty oddly specific bug, but a bug nonetheless.
I reported it to Apple. They haven't done a thing yet.
Yeah, let's hope they do. But yeah. Anyways, calling your friend with Siri, that's as easy as just saying, "Hey, you know who," and then and then saying their first name. Hello. Pretty simple.
But be careful, because you don't want to repeat what I had happen.
Yeah, definitely take a lesson from Dan here. You don't want that happening.
I still don't understand how it happened.
Indeed.
How? I mean, MC, you're techie. Do you understand?
Oh yes, 100%. Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me.
I'm saying, do you understand how that would happen? Because I didn't even say anything about that.
Yeah, I'm confuzzled. How to dispose of a failed external hard drive? Oh God, don't get me started.
Oh God.
Don't get me started on hard drive issues. Thankfully, I haven't had any lately.
Knocking on the wood.
Yeah, but how to dispose of a failed hard drive? Now, before you give up all hope, I have a couple things I want to say personally. First of all, if your hard drive is still under limited warranty, like my Seagate was, thankfully, then
thank you.
Then you can call the manufacturer, ask them if they can look at it and send it in and try to recover your data. And then they will possibly, depending on the issue, send back your old hard drive, reformatted, and then send a new hard drive, like they did with mine, with all your files and stuff. That's what they did with mine. They sent back my old hard drive that I originally got, and they sent a separate one, too, with all my recovered files. So I was like, okay, I got 2 hard drives now. Cool. Second, try recovery software. Yes, I know. It sometimes doesn't always work, but you don't want to lose those 15,000 those 50 photos of your wedding, do you?
No.
I'm pretty sure you don't. So yeah.
Third thing, especially when it comes to photos, you guys do like I do, and put them in Dropbox.
Yeah,
I mean, you know they're safe.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. iPhoto hasn't failed me yet. But it always helps to have a double backup source, just on the off chance iCloud does a whoopsies. Trust me.
iCloud decides to go cloudy, you could say.
Yo, even better
Pun
one.
intended.
Yeah, always make sure you have a backup source for anything you back up. Well, that was on the hardware a couple times. Uh, yeah, and the last one. Can I roll back to an older system, a Mac OS?
No.
Unfortunate.
No.
No. You cannot downgrade. In fact, as a macOS Big Sur, I believe you cannot downgrade at all to any older version. You'll have to literally clear the hard drive and then insert a drive that has the specific software on it if you're going to go back to an older version. Which also requires backing up your files, so please do that first before you do that.
Yeah.
Trust
Take
me.
it from me because I've had. Sorry about this, MC. I didn't mean to cut you off. I have had several issues with this Mac that have required me to completely wipe it. Thank God for Dropbox backups.
Oh yeah, thank God.
That's why I don't use Time Machine though, because half the stuff I do is backed up to Dropbox anyway.
No.
So.
No. Oh no. Oh, no worries.
I don't even understand how Time Machine works, to be honest with you.
Neither do I, but yeah. Okay, here's another one from Mac to Life that we could talk about. How to free up space on your iPhone. The everlasting issue.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Let's see, what does it recommend? Removing apps and data you don't need. Yes, this is a big one.
Well, duh.
Now, unfortunately, Photos sadly doesn't auto-delete by accident, so any photos that you do keep on the app does unfortunately stay. So, yeah. And for any of my fellow gamers, always look at the data and documents and data. If it's over a gigabyte, then you can probably delete it and not have to worry about it taking up too much space. But if it's anywhere close to 5-6 gigabytes, you're going to have to straight up delete the whole app. So, just keep that in mind in the future. Second, you can offload an app.
Now, I do use that sometimes. That is a nice feature.
Yes. Basically, what this means is that it doesn't get rid of all the data, just pretty much everything that's required to run the app, and keeps the important data on the phone, so you can re-download the rest of the data anytime you need it. And trust me, it is very convenient.
Yes, indeed.
The next thing, checking your messages. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Really? My messages take data? You send attachments, you send photos. Hello?
Oh, yeah, they can take up space. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you might need to check your attachments, because if you send any pretty beefy videos over, chances are that's probably what's taking up about 25 gigabytes of that space.
And take it from me, because I have this on my phone and on my iPad. Well, my phone at least. Watch and make sure that the two options on the bottom of your phone, your iOS, on the bottom of your iPhone storage, your iOS and your system data, are below 5 gigs.
Yeah.
That's important. In fact, I had an Apple rep say that is not to exceed 3 gigs of space. That is not to exceed that much.
Jeez. Wait, for messages?
Mm-mm. On the bottom of your iPhone storage settings, there's iOS and there's system data.
Ah. Oh,
Those
oh,
are not to those are not to exceed 3 gigs.
dang. Okay, that is pretty important, Dan. Thank you for letting me know. I'll obviously pop it up on screen so you know what Dan is talking about. But yeah, it's not supposed to exceed any more than that.
No more than 3 gigs. No, no, no. Because yeah, that can lead you into serious problems if it gets too big. I actually had to wipe my whole entire phone to get it back down there.
Yikes. Well, good to know for future reference. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, no more than 3 gigs.
All right, the next one is everybody's least favorite sorting your emails. Yes, I
Oh,
get.
brother. Okay, guilty as charged.
Yes, guilty as charged too. Don't get me even started on my main emails inbox. Oh God. But yeah, if you were using the mail app, well, really any of the mail apps, but specifically the mail app built into the phone, then you're gonna want to delete some of those emails because those can take storage. Learn that the hard way at Mac.
I use the Gmail app, native Gmail app. So I don't even use the, well, that's not true. I use the mail app for my iCloud address, but I only check my native Gmail with the Gmail app. So
Yeah,
there you go.
if you want less space, probably use that instead. uh, you use a cleaner app. Now you may think, but why would I use a cleaner app? I'm pretty sure you have a couple of duplicate photos in there. Apple made a whole duplicate section just in case for this. So don't lie to me. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you can merge those. You can merge those now, though, can't you?
Yeah. Speaking of space, sorry for the cutoff there.
Yeah, let's just say his computer ran out of room.
somehow I never cease to amaze myself. But anyways, yeah, if you want to avoid the issue I just currently had with my Mac, definitely use a cleaner app. Trust me, you'll save yourself a headache. Oh God, a headache.
Don't get either MC or I started. Trust me.
Yes, no kidding.
My my favorite cleaner app that I can recommend for you computer users is CCleaner.
Ah, interesting. Well, I'll definitely have to take a look at. Definitely have to
For
take.
my blind people, yes, it is fully accessible.
Oh, thank goodness.
I have tested it on the Windows side and on the Mac side.
Oh.
For my Windows users, yes, it works with JAWS. It works with NVDA. So.
Well, that's great to know. All right.
And
what were you gonna say?
And obviously for you Mac users, yes, it works with what's it called?
Clean My Mac.
VoiceOver.
Oh yeah.
My mouth did not want to say that. I don't know why. I hate that.
Indeed. Let me see. Okay, let's look at one more article here, and then we'll move on to something else. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, what article should we take a look? Oh, Apple Silicon speed test. Apple does talk big about the speed, so let's see how fast everything is. Okay, so, first of all, the current, let's take a look at the iPhones currently in Apple's lineup. We have the 16, the 16e, the 17, the 17 Air, the 17 Max, and of course the 17 Pro. The hold on a second. The 16 and 16E run an A18. The Air and regular 17 run the Air runs a Pro chip, a 19 Pro chip to be precise. Why the 17 just runs a 19 regular chip. And then finally, of course, the Pro and the Max obviously will also run the A19 Pro chip. So if you not surprising, the A19 Pro is the fastest in iPhones. The difference between the A19 Pro and the A19 Pro and the A19 Pro in iPhone Air is that the Air has one fewer GPU core. And 16E has one less GPU core than 16. All right, now let's take a look at our iPads here. We have our A16, which is being used in our 11th generation of iPad. Our 17 Pro, which is currently being used in our iPad mini. And then we have the M3 chip, which is being used in the 11-inch and a 13-inch iPad Air. And now we have the M4 chip, which is obviously being used in the current version of iPhone Pro. And it has, for each one, for this one, I don't think it had it for this one. But yeah, for this one, they in terms of memory, the M4 has the 13 particularly the 13-inch and 11-inch iPad Pro has a 6-core neutral engine and a 16 gigabyte memory core. Hot damn.
Whoa.
Damn, that is a pretty beefy iPad then.
MC, you just read my mind, my friend.
Right?
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, that must be a pretty darn fast iPad then. If only I had my hands on that Pro.
They should nickname it the Fast Pad.
True. We've come a very long way. The 16 Pro. Now, our 16 core for the 11-inch and 15-inch iPad Pro that came out the year before, as well as our Air, runs a 16-core processor as well, but it has an 8 gigabyte memory. So slightly less, but still.
Insert cricket sound here.
Seriously, man. Man, that was perfect. But yeah. And as for our A17 and A16 Pro chip, scratch that. A17 Pro and A16 chip, for the Mini, which runs the 17 Pro, it has a 16 core and 8 gigabytes. Dang.
Again, insert cricket sound here.
Yeah, to absolutely nobody's surprise. And then finally, the 11th generation, which is running the A16 chip, has a 16 core, but about 6 gigabytes. Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah. The M4 chips are definitely the fastest models. And the gap between the Mini and the iPad is significant. Furthermore, the M4 is 1.5 times faster than the M2 that replaced it in the previous iPad Pros.
Whoa.
Dang. The 11th gen was released. The 11th gen iPad that was released in the spring of 2025 has an A16 chip, which was an upgrade from the A14 Bionic chip that they had previously. So not great, but still not bad. Okay, now we're getting on to the big beefy boys, the Macs. Okay, so first for our two Mac Studios, we have the the M3 Ultra, which are running in both versions of the Mac Studio with a 32-core Nitro engine. And
32 cores, good lord.
And 96 gigabytes of base memory?
What?
Okay, that's a pretty good Mac.
Can we say hot damn?
No kidding. Hot damn, it's about describes it, Dan. Dang. All right. In addition, our M4 Max chips, which are currently in our 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros. They each have, well, one of the probably the latest generation of Pro has 16 cores and a 48 gigabyte memory. Okay, damn, still pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. What were you gonna say?
Oh, great! Now I got the hiccups.
Oh boy. Why? Excuse you.
Sorry.
That's okay. Why our previous generation had a 16-core but 36 gigabytes of memory, so definitely an upgrade over the previous one. Damn, that must have a lot of power in it. For a MacBook, I'm kind of almost impressed. I'd be curious to see what my Air runs. And for the MacBook Pro 16-inch, before the even previous generation, and the Mac Mini of that generation as well as the Mac Mini before that as well. For the first set of those, 16 core, 24, and the same thing for the others I mentioned. So, not bad. That's about average from what I know for computers. So, not too awful. Not too awful.
Not too shabby.
Now the M2, Geez, M2, damn. Well, Scott said, make that M2 Ultra. Yeah, you heard me, Ultra. It runs at a 32 core, and 64 gigabytes, but no specified devices that run it. Huh. Interesting.
Excuse me, good lord.
Excuse you indeed.
Guys, if you're curious, I'm not burping, I'm hiccuping.
Night. Okay.
Oops.
Gonna have to get that out. Sorry about that.
Really bad.
Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry about that, folks. What were you saying again? What were you saying, Dan?
I'm not, I'm hiccuping. That's what you're hearing.
Ah, gotcha.
Excuse me.
Hey, it's okay, man. It happens. Even I've gotten it too. All right, and then finally for our MacBook. Oh, excuse you again.
Jeez.
For our iMac. Damn, I haven't heard that name in a while. The 14-inch prior, and then also iMac before that. They are running both regular M4 chips with 16 cores and 16 gigabytes. Still a little rough, but not too bad. The M4 is a max, blazing in GPU and CPU, but it's not the fastest. Wait,
Uh-huh.
really? Dang.
Well,
Okay. The M2 Ultra is in the Mac Pro, which uses PCLE expansion slots. If you don't have such slots, you can opt for M3 Ultra Mac Studio. The N3 Ultra is Apple's fastest Mac. So my little puppy here actually has a pretty fast chip compared to even the latest generation. I'm not complaining at all.
wow.
I'm
Me
not.
either.
I'm not complaining at all. That's pretty cool. Cool. Well, in that case, those are some pretty fun facts about some of the latest generations of chips. Dang. It's safe to say we've come a.
I didn't even know half of that.
Yeah, me neither. It's safe to say we've come a long way from the old bulky days of the big iPads. Anybody remember those when those were thick as a brick? Dang.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And they weren't even accessible.
Yeah, that was before Apple took accessibility serious too. Well,
Although one interesting fact
oh,
for my Mac users, this year marks 20 years since VoiceOver launched on the Mac.
oh, dang! Well, happy 20 years for VoiceOver on the Mac. That's pretty awesome. All right,
And
well,
actually,
mhm.
slightly related, in 2019, we just passed the 10-year anniversary of VoiceOver's launch on iOS.
Dang. Okay then. Wow. Oh, I guess VoiceOver's been a big part in helping accessibility users, and I will say Apple's definitely improved on it. Not perfect.
It's also interesting that it launched on the Mac even before it came to the phone.
Yeah, I know. You would think they do this.
The first phone to support it. We're going back to the iPhone 3GS.
The iPhone 3G. Damn, that is a while ago, man.
Anyone remember that?
Yeah. For my obviously visual users, this is what that one looks like. Yeah, pretty different from our standard phones that we have nowadays, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I think this will be a perfect time to share speaking of tips, any tech tips that we have, Dan. So, any tips that you would want to let our fans know that you would definitely want them to possibly use in the future.
Well, I just gave you guys a big one earlier. Not to let your iPhone or your iOS and your system data exceed 3 gigs.
Yeah. I might be due for another iPhone cleaning later. After I back up my data again, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, here's a pro tip. Always, and I do mean always, make sure that if you're using Apple Music, make sure you have your laptop open at all times while the music is syncing. Why it is syncing, it can run in the background, it can go into sleep mode, but it cannot be turned off, or unplugged. Otherwise,
why is that?
well, the reason is because it's syncing stuff directly into the cloud. First, Apple has to gather the data to see if it matches anything in its own database. Which, if you have any music from any CDs, obviously it will probably detect it. But if you're a gamer like me, it won't recognize most game soundtracks because most game soundtracks that aren't most game soundtracks probably will be recognized, but if you're a Nintendo fan, then it probably is not going to recognize it unless it's one of the very few limited time releases that Nintendo's actually put out. So, Yeah, first it's gonna match up with the this and that, and then if it doesn't match it up, it's gonna start syncing it over to the cloud. If it gets interrupted at any point, if you close it, if it freezes, you will have to start all over again. And I've had it happen where I have all but one or two certain songs not make it over.
Ugh.
Yeah, so pro tip, make sure that if you're syncing Apple Music, you have your laptop open and the music app is possibly the only thing running in the background. If you're running a couple other apps, that's fine, but if you're running any CPU heavy apps like a game or something, not a good idea.
And obviously your Finder, because you can't close that.
Right, right. So, yeah. Just another pro tip. Oh, a big pro tip for my fans. Get a screen protector. I can't say this enough. But the last thing you want to do is have your trusty iPhone, pull it out, and then for some reason you're on an absolutely higher than usual height. You drop your phone, and it cracks.
Ouch.
Yeah. And let's say you're out of warranty. There's money. That's money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's money you have to pay out of wallet for, and it can be pretty expensive. So, my word of advice: get a screen protector. You'll thank me later. Trust me when I say having a screen protector on all devices. Yes, all devices, including your Apple Watch. Trust me, my friend. It may be small, but even the smallest things can crack. I've seen crack Apple Watches.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Yes, especially because that's pretty much the only way you can interface on the iPhone, on the Apple Watch. So, yeah, that would be bad. So my recommendation: get a special screen protector for your Apple Watch in particular. Make sure it obviously fits your series, and then for iPad and iOS, iPad and iPhone. There's several screen protectors in particular cases you can buy, but I highly recommend getting a screen protector just on the off chance that it's one of those foldable cases. Because trust me, there's nothing worse than having your protective case on, but your screen's facing right side out, and then you drop it. Potential case isn't going to do much to protect it. Trust me, I would know.
You'll be lucky if you get away unscathed. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, you'll be lucky that it's only a tiny little dent and scratch. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a screen protector as soon as you get your new device. Trust me, you will thank me later for not having to pay anywhere from 85 to
Arm and a leg.
Yeah. For pretty much all that. Although I will say, recently, Apple, speaking of which, actually came up with a brand new Apple Care program.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
It is called Apple Care One Plus. Basically, if you have any devices that are older than 4 years, and you're willing to pay a $19 monthly fee, you can get Apple Care Plus, and they will take care of your iPad, your iPhone, your iPod, whatever device you have. As long as it's been older than 4 years, it will be covered. Now, that is convenient for anybody who misses the timed window. Yes, you heard me. Dan, you probably can help me explain that after you get your new device, Apple will bug you about getting Apple Care Plus for your newer device to protect it. And unfortunately, you have a certain number of days to do it usually.
Yeah.
For iPhones, it's usually generous. You usually have about 60 days from purchase to get it. So if you can't do it right away, then you still got about 2 months before that. After that, you're on your own now. But for
Oh boy.
Macintosh, I found out you only have a measly 14 days after purchase.
Oof.
So basically, only 2 weeks. Weeks. And considering how expensive Macs are,
Ouch.
yeah, you're better off paying for it up front. Uh, yeah, this is for the budget people. Thank the Lord they came up with this. Unfortunately, there's no yearly option yet, but hopefully they add it in the future so that way we can finally be able to cover our at least slightly older iPhones in case something happens. Cause trust me, if I can get my iPad paired with a brand new screen, it'd be nice.
Yeah. But unfortunately,
Yeah. Oh, here's a cool fun fact feature. Did you know your Apple Watch is waterproof?
well, duh, haven't they been disclosing that?
True, they wouldn't be doing active sports stuff if they weren't disclosing that. But for those who didn't know or are new to Apple and just got their first Apple Watch, yes, your Apple Watch is indeed.
First of all, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. And second of yes, if you go into your press your side button on your phone, on your Apple Watch, hold on, and then scroll on down to the water drop. I'll display it on screen for those who can't see it. That will turn on water mode. What it does is that it keeps the water out of your iPhone and keeps the touchscreen off, so that way when you're swimming around, it doesn't scroll automatically or water gets in. And when you're done using the depth mode, all you gotta do is tap the button again, scroll on down to it, or press the crown button, and then it will eject any water that's in the speaker. Thank the Lord they came up with an auto eject system. But yeah, those are some of my. I do have one more final tip for my Mac users. Two actually. Get a screen case to protect your MacBook. And then get a keyboard cover for your MacBook keyboard, or your just Magic keyboard if you have a regular old desktop Mac. The reason why I say that, for two reasons. One, listen, man, an iPhone's one thing, but dropping $1,000 Mac and breaking it, good looking not replaced.
Ooch.
And let's say that happens. Let's say that you were like, and you were on the last day, and you had the last day to renew your application, and says, I'm fine. I don't need it. And then the next day, your MacBook breaks.
Ouch.
You're gonna kick yourself for that. So get a MacBook case, guys. Trust me. I got a hardcover case, so that way I can protect it from damage. This way I don't have to worry about anything happening to my MacBook. Not that I've been uncareful with it, but given that I've had worse things happen to my devices, I'd rather not take any chances. And then the keyboard cover, okay, hey, this is mainly for my Mac gamers, if you game on Mac, but come on, guys. How many of you are guilty of eating over your keyboard? I know a lot of you do it.
I have two, yes.
Tisk, Dan. All jokes aside. But if you get a keyboard cup...
But I also use a desktop keyboard, so...
Oh, okay, fair enough then. But I recommend getting the keyboard cover for two reasons. One, listen. There's nothing worse than a crumb getting into your Mac keyboard and then your button stops working. So, especially if it's a yeah,
Correct.
yeah, especially if it just so happens to be the I don't know, the escape button or worse, the power button.
Oops.
Oh God! If that happens to the power button, good luck with that, man. So I recommend getting the screen cover to protect your MacBook from unseemly crumbage. Trust me, you will thank me later, because all you gotta do then to clean up your crummy mess is just obviously hold your cover over the trash can first, then dump it out.
And there you go.
There you go. Clean keyboard, your MacBook stays clean, and you don't have to worry about calling a repair service to repair your keyboard, which will likely cost thousands of dollars.
Phew.
Yeah, phew. All right. Well, Dan, is there anything for accessibility or blind users that you wanted to share, tip wise?
Well, actually, I did want to share
Oh,
something that I found quite interesting.
oh,
So, and I'm actually going to, excuse me, I'm going to hiccup. No, I'm going to, you can laugh, that's fine. I'm going to hiccup. No. If it's okay, I'm going to demonstrate this.
oh, okay.
Daniel Center, password secure edit text. Enter password.
Good thing VoiceOver doesn't leave the password aloud, otherwise I'd be asking you to cut that.
Thank goodness for that.
All right. Shush, VoiceOver. Okay.
Finder. Application.
So, you have consecutive items in a folder that you want in their own subfolder.
Yep.
Take, for example, say you have a crap ton of music. And you're like, oh, I just wish this could be in its own subfolder.
460. Authentication. Cancel.
Oops, why did I just do that?
One system.
I just accidentally went to the login screen.
Cancel.
Whoopsies.
Enter password.
I'm trying to remember the keystroke you used to do this. It's been a while since I've done it.
Yeah, hey, that's totally fair, man. Man, I know how it feels to not remember a keyboard shortcut. Trust me, it's happened.
Make alias.
Okay.
So, select all your files with a Control A or a Command A on the Mac. Now you do Command C to copy.
Copy 468.
Now, let's go to a new folder that you want to do here. So I'll do a Command Shift N to make a new folder.
New folder. Untitled folder. Selection deleted.
And we'll just say music.
Thousands. Magic murder music folder. Collapse. Okay. List view. In the list view.
Now, instead of doing your Command V to paste it, try Command Option V. Watch this.
468 items here. Probably. Music.
Bet you didn't know you could do that, did you?
Huh. See? See what I said? But did even the Apple knows learn something new? Well, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, if you want to do like you would with a Control X on Windows, you do a Command C to copy, make a new folder, and then you do paste with the Option key. So Command Option B. And that does a move.
Well, that's great to know. Thanks, Dan.
I didn't even know you could do that until I just found it.
just goes to show you fun facts that even we don't know. So there you go. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much gonna do it for our first podcast episode. Dan, thanks so much for joining me for this first episode. We'll try to do these as much as we can. Whenever we feel like there's a lot of tech news or something that we want to talk about more, or definitely be sure to. Of course, be sure to check out Dan's channel, Daniel Samuel Productions, for more stuff on blind and accessibility. I will link down in the description below so you guys can check it out as well. And, yeah. Thank you again, Dan, for joining me for today. Shall we close it out like I usually do it?
Absolutely, my friend.
All right, this is yours truly, Music Clues.
And yours truly, Daniel Summer from the YouTube channel Daniel Summer Productions.
Signing out.
Have a nice
gaming.
evening day.
Well, actually, technically, gaming and techie tech day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.